Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you are all well. So if you want to find out what certificate that I have achieved in my Slimming World weigh-in week 41, then please stay tuned and I will go through all of it with you in a little bit more detail. So of course, if you've watched my most recent weigh-in video, you will know that I had my first ever gain on Slimming World on week weigh-in 40. So at that point, obviously I was a bit disappointed. I didn't want to do anything differently because I haven't changed anything. And so I just wanted to continue with what I had been doing. Now, I'm not sure why I gained weight last week. I actually thought I was going to get my next award certificate. And so I stepped on the scales, of course, as you will know if you've watched the previous video, and I was disappointed. But I had to move on from that because it's worth more to me to keep going than to get hung up on a small, very small gain, which I didn't deserve. But I have to take it, and I have to just take it on the chin and move on from it, as I would recommend all of you do as well. So of course this week has been a very busy week at work. I actually finished work 3 hours late on Friday evening, and I had my weigh-in at 7:30 in the morning on Saturday morning. Now, before I get into that, I will just ask if that you are not already a subscriber, if you would mind subscribing or you consider subscribing. It really does help the channel grow. It helps me make more and more of this content for you guys. And of course, if it wasn't for all of you who do subscribe and who do view my channel, then I would not be in the position that I'm in making these videos for you right now. So as I said, if you're not already a subscriber, then please do consider subscribing. And I would absolutely love if you could join and get on board with everything that I'm doing on a week-to-week basis. If you are already a subscriber or a viewer of my channel, then I am so incredibly grateful for everything that you do for me, for everything that you do for everyone else on the channel as a platform for sharing information and support as well. And of course, if you are one of my members, then I am absolutely so thankful for all of your ongoing support. And if you do want to become a member and you don't know much about membership, I am more than happy to go through any of that with you in the comments section below, or you can email me directly at scottishfoodielassie@gmail.com. So let's get on with the rest of the video. So as I said, I was disappointed. I had to move on. And do you know what? I am so glad that I did. I have had a very busy week, in some elements of the week stressful, and I would say through no fault of my own, time has got away from me a little bit this week. And obviously myself and James have not been feeling great. My voice and my overall health is not quite 100% yet. And so I haven't been eating as much speed food this week as I would like, in the form of my tangerines, etc. Because I actually do have some quite nasty ulcers to the roof of my mouth and the sort of cheek area inside my mouth as well. And that's just really a sort of outcome from the sort of viral thing that I've had. And I always get it. I always get it when I'm a bit run down. So I am making sure to take lots of vitamins, making sure that I'm eating well and eating lots of vegetables, but at the same time, the sort of more acidic foods that I would usually enjoy on a day-to-day basis haven't really been something that I've wanted to go for, just because it has been giving me quite a bit of discomfort in my mouth. So despite all of that, we have had a really good week in the form of food. We've had lots of new meals, we've enjoyed lots of new things, different recipes, and just sort of shaking up a little bit of what we do on a day-to-day, and it's worked out well for us. So what I will say is that I did manage to get an award this week, which you will have seen on the thumbnail. But for any of you who haven't watched my channel before and you're intrigued, or you just want proof that I have achieved what I have, then here it is. I lost 5.5 stone and I got my 5.5 stone award this week. So of course it is week 41, weigh-in 41, and up until last week I hadn't gained. I had a £1 gain, and then this week I walked in and walked out with this, and I am honestly over the moon. I can't tell you how happy I am about it, because I really wanted this last week and I expected it. And of course it didn't happen. So what I will do is just pop this down and let's go into a little bit more depth about what my losses have looked like over the last few weeks. So I know that many of you do watch my channel on a regular basis. You may be very avid fans and you may watch every single video that I put out. And if you do, of course, I am absolutely over the moon and grateful for every single second of your time that you give me by watching my videos. But of course, there may be someone watching right now at home, just like you, who may not have watched any of my other videos before. They may want to lose the weight that I've lost. And so this is why I'm going to tell you that you cannot be drawn back by inconsistent weight losses. Weight loss is not linear. It doesn't just go down. There are lots of little nooks and crannies, if you like, to weight loss. And there are lots of things that go on in our lives that can impact that as well. And so sometimes things can happen in our lives that are a more negative thing on our lives on a day-to-day basis. And of course, in some situations, you may find that you don't have the money or you don't have the time or you are so tired and fatigued from doing other things that are taking a lot of your time away from food and away from cooking, that you then struggle to have the effort and the energy to actually prepare food. And so my biggest thing to say is that if you do not prepare, then you are preparing to potentially fail. Now, that is just my point of view, but for me, from the very, very start of my Slimming World journey, that is the most important thing to say at this point, is that you cannot expect a loss every week. You shouldn't. And if you don't prepare, then you must be mindful that your losses just may not be where you think they should be. But as soon as you get back on that planning wagon and you get back on a routine of planning and cooking or prepping or whatever it is that you do, if you do it once a week or if you do it twice a week or maybe every single day at night before the next day, if that works for you, then do it, because it certainly does work for me and it does help so much to know you can wake up in the morning, you can go to work, or you can be at home if you work from home and you can have everything just prepared for you for the day. You can also save yourself a lot of time and money by meal prepping as well. So let's get into the weight losses. So for anyone who hasn't followed my journey so far to this point, I will just say that my weight loss started at Slimming World last May, on the 25th of May 2023, and at that point I had been losing weight beforehand. I had been following a shake diet, a high protein diet, all of these other things to try to drop weight quick, and I'd done it to a point and I got fed up of it pretty quickly. I wasn't seeing the results and I genuinely was starving myself and depriving myself from things that I just wanted to eat as a normal person. And we should not be depriving ourselves of any food group, and we should not feel that we cannot eat food because it's not good food or it's bad food, or food is food. And I did say this in a few comments to a few people recently on my most recent video. Food is food. All we can do is aim to do our very best to moderate how much food we eat and to balance that out. The next day or the next again day, should we have a little bit more of an extravagant day calories wise. And I think that is the best way to look at it, is that you just need to be a little bit cautious. So it's like if you go out for a big night out, you may spend £100 or more going out for dinner. You may go out for some drinks, you may go to the cinema, whatever it is, and you think, oh, money's a little bit tight, we better be a bit more careful until payday. That is how we need to think about food, in my mind, is that if we are wanting to reach a certain goal, so for example, getting to my 6 stone award goal, which is my next goal in my head, then I need to know that if I want to have a little bit more extravagant food, then my weight losses are not going to equate to that on the scales, and I'm not going to reach that award soon. If I want to take a more direct route and I may get there quicker, I need to give up and have some compromises on maybe going out as often or having as many sins, or just being mindful that there are things that go on in life, and so you have to make the most of them. You cannot do Slimming World without having fun, and I must admit that I personally don't look back in a negative light on my Slimming World journey so far, because I have lost a significant amount of weight and I am so much healthier and happier. I cannot explain and tell you enough how much my life has changed. And a nice comment that I had at work the other day was one of my members of staff actually said to me that my whole aura has changed. Now, if that's not positive, I don't know what is. She did say it to me first thing in the morning, and I thought, how are you reading me right now? Is this a positive thing? Is it a bad thing? But at the end of the day, she said, no, your whole approach has changed. You look more confident, you look more happy, you have a much more positive aura around you. You are much more confident in how you look and stand and talk and act. She said, am I right? And I said, yeah, you are. And yeah, I do feel so much more happier and confident. And it's very difficult to explain to people who have not experienced the joy and the rewards of significant weight loss on your own mental health. I cannot stress enough how important mental health is. And I did not know up until very recently how much of a turnaround I have generated for myself in the forms of my physical health, of course, but my mental health is in the best shape it has been for most of my adult life, and that is no word of a lie. So yes, let's get back to the weight losses here. So on the 30th of December 2023, of course, that was the week of Christmas, and it was just before New Year. So I joined a new group because my consultant left her previous post, and the group that I go to now is on a Saturday morning. It's either 9:30 or 7:30. And so I have been going to the 7:30 class. I like to just get it done and get out of the way, and I can do the rest of the Saturday as I want to do as part of my day off, because I don't work weekends. So it has been working out for me well at the moment. My own consultant's currently off as she has an operation, but I am fine with that. So on the 30th of December, I lost 1.5 pounds, and that took me to a weight loss of 4 stone 7 pounds. On the week of New Year, which was the 6th of the 1st, I lost 1.5 pounds again. On the 13th of January, I lost 1.5 pounds again. So I thought, oh, we've got a wee pattern here. That's okay. I'm quite happy with that. On the 20th of the 1st, I lost £1 pound. On the 27th of the 1st, I lost £0.5 pound. On the 3rd of February, I lost £1 pound. And on the 10th of February, I lost £0.5 pound. On the 17th of February, I lost 4.5 pounds. On the 24th of February, I lost 1.5 pounds. On the 2nd of March, I lost £0.5 pound. Last week, which was the 9th of March, I gained £1 pound. And still can't get over that. And on the 16th of March, which was yesterday, I lost £3 pounds. And I am at a weight loss at the moment of 5 stone 7.5 pounds. So I've got 6.5 pounds to go to get my 6 stone award. And I honestly would love to get that before I go on holiday to Copenhagen. We go to Copenhagen on the 11th of April, but I am aware that it's currently the 17th of March and the 11th of April is not that far away. However, I am off on annual leave this week, so I do have more time to exercise, I have more time to meal prep, and I have more time to relax and sleep. So relaxation and sleep is incredibly important when it comes to weight loss and recovery. And so I am really keen to see how I can get on this week whilst I'm off work. Now, of course, 6.5 pounds doesn't sound like a lot of weight to lose, but it is in just a few weeks' time that we go away. So I really don't want to put too much pressure on myself to get that. But if I can, then even better. Now, when we go away to Copenhagen, we will be eating and enjoying the very much joys of what Copenhagen has to offer, but I will be taking you all along on that journey with me. So we will be taking all of our action camera setup, and we will make sure that you're all kept up in date, up to date, in the loop even with what we get up to when we go to Copenhagen. And even though some of the food will be non-Slimming World friendly, we will be walking all around on our holiday. So although we're only there for about 4 days, it will be a walking only holiday, city break. And so I'm hoping that in doing so, I will burn off any calories or excess calories that I do consume and hopefully manage my weight gain as much as possible. But I am going on a holiday, we're going abroad, we're going to a place we've never been to before, and we are so super excited that we get to do that. So that is more important than losing or gaining weight. It is what it is, really. And then in a few weeks after that, when we come back, we're then heading off on our holiday to Tenerife, which we booked last April. And it just so happens that all of these little sort of city break, my week off this week's just a week off to use up annual leave, and then our holiday in May, which is to celebrate our second wedding anniversary, has just happened all quite close together. But following on from that, our next holiday will be in August, which is when we're aiming to go away camping with our friends. So I hope this has been a good video for you all to watch. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you do want to find out more about what I eat, how I manage my day, how I manage my emotions, and how I manage any coping mechanisms regards eating good food on a day-to-day basis, then please do let me know in the comment section below. As I said, you can also contact me directly at scottishfoodielassie@gmail.com, and I will always aim to get back to you as soon as I possibly can. So thank you so much for watching. I am so happy, and let's head on to the next award, which is our 6 Stone Award. Please come along on that journey with me, and I will catch up with you all very soon. Take care. Bye.